Hello. Um, one of the times that I experienced any form of discrimination was when I started high school. I was in my freshman year, and uh, I was very talkative and very social, and I just like participating in class. Um, I noticed I picked up on this discrimination about like the third to fourth week into this specific class. I At first I was getting picked to answer questions every time I raised my hand, but then it became less and less and less. I started noticing like the teacher looking at me with my hand raised, but then just like overlooking and like waiting for other students um, to raise their hand and talk to them. I have trouble at times speaking only because I gotten better, but I usually thinking and like my thought process and everything is in Spanish. So when I speak, I obviously I'm speaking English, so I have to like translate it before I say it. I just feel like I think better in Spanish for some reason, but at times it does take me longer, and my words don't always are not the best choices at times. So I do take longer sometimes to explain myself, as I'm probably rambling right now. But I think that this was a form of like discrimination because of my language proficiency and the assumption that like a non-native English speaker is less capable of doing like public speaking or being able to give appropriate input, or maybe she just didn't have the patience for me to um, wait for me to say what I wanted to say. The only reason I've noticed it even more is when um other people in that classroom are like, "Hey, like you always have your hand up. Why does she ever call on you? Have you ever noticed that?" And and obviously I had, but I never spoke about it or said anything. Um, for this experience, it really affected me in a way that throughout my high school, I just never participated in classrooms. Like my participation definitely declined after this. It motivated me. It, I guess it did not motivate me to continue speaking. It just motivated me to just sit in the back of the class and not really participate in anything. I became more shy and self-aware about my language, my lack of knowledge when it came to um, English as a language. I didn't, I knew about things, and how to explain them, but definitely my vocabulary was limited, and it still is, but I'm still working on that. So it definitely made me feel invisible a lot of the times in the classroom, and I think to this point it still does, but I definitely um, have grown from this. And because of that, from that experience, my future actions and my current actions are to always just try to give voice to those who seem or feel like they don't. Because my voice was taken from me at a young age. I want to make sure that others don't feel that way and they always feel heard, and always give them the time that even though like maybe language um, that obviously is not English and they can't express themselves correctly or takes a long time to do it, I always want to make sure they feel comfortable to do so around me. So, yeah.